And welcome in, everyone, to this week's edition of Tiger Talk. Here we're live at Melvin's Restaurant, as we are every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Stewart Shelby alongside Neville head football coach Jeff Tannehill. And, Coach, another week, another district win for the Tigers.
Yep, it was a good one, and just proud of the way our guys performed last week, and just looking forward to playing another game this week. Well, we got a big crowd in here tonight.
Big crowd. And we'll tell you about probably why some of this crowd is here.
You can probably hear it over the mic here, but a lot of people here tonight. It's a great show we're going to have with some other people in here, and we'll let Stewart tell you about that in a minute. But, you know, it's always fun to come here at Melvin's on Wednesdays, and we can talk about the game and then visit with all the alumni people. And you know, we've got ticket people in here tonight to
and thankful for them all week, all year.
Well, look, they save a lot of time for me.
They definitely do.
And will. And so, you know, thankful for them and just appreciative of how much they do. And, of course, we got family and friends here too. So, good night.
Before we get into the game, Coach, we would like to remind everybody that the first segment here on Tiger Talks brought to you by our good friends down there at Mickel Sports. You see Eric and Holly and you know, just wouldn't be right to mention the passing of Mr. Houston, Mr. Billy Houston. There was the main member of that Mickel Sports team for years and years and years.
Super fella.
But anyway, they're still there, Bougie and the gang. So go by and see them for all your sporting goods needs. All right, Coach, we said Jay Traylor gave us a stat that the last time the Tigers lost a district game was, I believe, October the 8th of 2010. And this last one versus Grant, a victory, a 41-6 victory over the Grant Cougars, was the Tigers' 53rd straight district victory.
That's awesome stat right there, and thank you, Jay Trader, for that. I know you do a lot of other stats too, but you know those are stats that our alumni is appreciative of, and of course I'm proud to be a part of that. I was coaching as an assistant coach when that streak started, and then later became the head coach and just continued that streak. And that's just something our kids are proud of, and we strive on winning. One of the goals that we have is to win district every year, and we've done a really good job of doing that. We've got to continue that this week, with this next game with Tioga, and then next week with Franklin Parish. But our kids have taken care of business over the last 10 or 12 years, and just proud of the way they've done that.
Well, they did. Grant came in, another team from the central part of the state. We've been playing in this district for the last, 4 years? 3-4 years.
Actually, this is 2 years.
2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
And then 2 years before that.
And then, yeah, exactly. It kind of swaps between Shreveport and Alexandria, but Grant coming up here, and 41-6. We've got some highlights if you want to.
Good. Yeah. Let's look at some highlights.
And then we'll pull out my notes. See like that? It's like nobody can even see them. I'm just going to keep them right here, so everybody thinks I memorized all of this.
Because I can't read that from here. But
all right. Well, it started off. The first offensive. You win the toss. You get the ball in the first offensive possession, and a quick 3 and out. But the punt coverage team. We talked about special teams, and this was a little bit different than we've seen in the past. But a nice punt here from Deal, and a great job by the coverage team.
Down and inside the 10-yard line. I mean, it's just a great job. They practice that every day, and it's just something they've gotten a lot better at, and hopefully we can continue to stay that well. Yeah,
you stick Grant with support. Field position, your defense does what the defense has been doing, which is just being hard to deal with.
They are.
And they force
deal with them every day at practice.
Yeah. Three and out. Grant punts it back to you, drive down, and then Amon Fuller gets you on the board here with this short touchdown run.
It's what we call that play rope, and it's it's a read by the end, and we ran that play twice on that possession already, and we got good yardage every time we ran it around that right side.
Another punt from Grant. The quarterback was the punter, and that's going to come up a little bit later on in this little deal. But the young man, really, Grant had some players. Their quarterback was a big kid. They had a nice receiver as well. Some guys, some talent in the skill positions.
We talked about the quarterback last week, we know him from hunting and stuff like that over in Mississippi. They hunt over there with some of our people, and great kid, man. His dad's a dentist, and all that stuff, but he's a really good football player. I mean, a really good football player. He could play at any high school around. I don't know about quarterback, but he could play at an athletic position. And that was a big concern. I know of Coach Collins going into that ball game, and stopping the QB was the number one concern.
Well, you did a great job of that pretty much all night. But you get the ball back, you drive down again, and Jalen Nichols gets his first TD on the night with a 12-yard run right here.
It was great blocking by the whole left side there. It was a wash down. He just walked in the end zone. But, you know, we didn't play tremendously great the other night offensively, but it was there were two or three plays that we ran really well all night long, and that was one of them, and the other one was the score that Amon scored on a while ago.
All right. It's 13 to nothing. They failed on, I think, that first one. He had the swinging gate that didn't convert, so it's 13 to nothing. And then Grant gets a little something going, get down the field a little bit, and they go for it on fourth down, kind of deep in Neville territory. And Breland Robinson, which is good to see back, makes a nice stop right here.
Yeah, he's been playing really well here lately. The great blitz call there. He comes right off the edge and sacks the quarterback. Just had too many on one side. They couldn't block all those guys.
So Breland gets the sack, punt it back to you, and then Tardashe Lemons, man, I mean, this kid, when he gets the ball, he scores. I bet his touchdown percentage is very, very high.
Well, that's a great job. That's the same play that Nichols scored on the series before and ran it again, and he just –
He gets in the open field.
Well, he gets kind of disappears in there, because, he's just not real big. But, he's got great speed, man, great speed. Good vision, great speed.
That was one of his 2 touchdowns of the evening. And then here's Nichols with his second touchdown here.
Yeah, good block. Look at Tyler Brown downfield blocking him and who's that?
Yeah, him and Campbell.
Thomas Campbell. And just, like I said, there was 3 or 4 plays that we really ran well the other night. And it was kind of hard to – we're trying to work on a few things as we got the score up a little bit, and we kept popping those runs off.
Yeah, that was a 31-yarder right there, 31, 32 yards. It's 27 to nothing. And, here we go. This is right. You get the ball back at the end of the half. Trying to get down. I think you missed a field goal right there at the end of the catch. It was a long, but it was a nice catch and run there from Tamarian Wade right here.
Yeah, it's a little tunnel screen there. He makes a great play, and then he gets caught right here. I thought he was going to get out of bounds and didn't quite get out of bounds. But anyway, we had a chance to kick a field goal right there before half, and just missed it.
So you go into halftime right there. It's 27 to nothing. It's, once again, I mean, Grant holds the football. That was what you knew coming in there. Yeah. I mean, it was.
And they had that one long drive.
They had a nice long drive. Yeah. I mean, I think in the Franklin Parish game, they held it for almost 12 and a half minutes in the fourth quarter.
It was the entire.
Or not 12 and a half. You couldn't be 12 and a half minutes.
Entire third quarter and a little bit in the fourth.
That's right.
They do a really good job of controlling the football and finding little plays. They're getting 3 yards of carry, and on fourth down they usually get that first down. And the other night, luckily we were good enough to hold those guys on third and fourth down and get the ball back and have a chance to score. But, in the first half with that drive being that long, we punted twice and then we scored 4 times, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, we didn't get the ball as many times as I thought we would, but we scored when we had a chance.
Had a chance. You definitely did. All right. Come out of halftime, you had to kick it back off to the Cougars, and defense stepping up again. Tytron Hanley, I think, is the man right here with the big hit.
Yeah. He's really done a good job all year of playing football. It just stays in his lane, plays just great position. He was in perfect position to make that play. And usually, there's a great catch by that kid, but great hit by
nice hit by Tytron.
Good clean hit.
And then speaking of defense, we'll keep it on that side of the football. And there's Brody Watley with a nice tackle for loss.
Yeah, well, they running up into no man's land there with those 3 or 4 guys in there with Baker and Watley, and looks like Malik.
Yeah, Malik in there. You've got a couple of guys, and Grayson is a kid that's really come on as a sophomore.
Right. Yeah, he's got great speed on the snap, man. His first 2 or 3 steps is really fast. He's a little light right now, but, as he gets older, he'll gain some of that weight. But, man, he just comes off that edge so fast and uses great technique. Coach Wallace does a great job with those guys. it's just fun to watch those inside 4 or 5 guys play.
This next play, I think it was called back, but this talked about things you've been trying to work on. Here's one to Vaughn.
Yeah,
with this nice little quick slant.
Yeah, trying to get him the ball in space, and you see what he does with it when we can get it to him, and then he gets called back. But it's a good throw and catch there, and that's just, that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, so after that, you still get down on the drive. You drive down in there, and then here's a nice little option play. Tyler Dotson gets in on the action with a touchdown here.
Right, he's in for Vaughn right there, and good pitch by Amon Fuller there off the option fake, and walks right on in the end zone.
And this was, I wouldn't say a controversial play, but this was a play that was clean. This is the hit from
I'll
Cam
explain. All right, so perfect timing. He's got to.
Is that a defenseless receiver? He's got to wrap him up.
He's got to wrap him up a little more, and then it's clean. And that it's very, very hard to coach that. And I think honestly there'll be a rule change that goes in effect about that going back, but. Until then, that's the rule.
It's
hard to get
rule.
on. It's hard to get on to him for making a great play like he did.
He did. He timed it up right. It wasn't a dirty you would teach.
Right.
If he'd have just reached,
right.
he wouldn't have drawn that flag. But anyway, a nice play there from Cam. Okay, we talked about the quarterback being the punter, and here it is. This was that fake punt. This is how Grant ended up putting points on the board right here. That was a 4th and forever.
Yeah, and we had talked about this during the week. The score right now is what?
It's 41 or 33 to nothing.
33 to nothing right now, and it doesn't matter. Teenagers are going to have a lax attitude, thinking they're going to try to fake it there. Which we got to coach it. It's not okay.
Yeah,
we got to coach that, and we coached it all week, and now we got to go back and correct that mistake later.
Exactly.
And try to get them all on the same page.
It led to the lone touchdown for Grant here.
It was tough. We went early in the mornings, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so they'd have a little time to themselves. But the kids handled themselves pretty good all week. We had very few that missed. But I'll say this: we can play a lot better than we played. Offensively especially. Defensively, we've been playing solid, but we can't, as far as being in Division I playoffs, we've got to get better each week, and I've said that every time we come on here I talk about that. But I preach to the kids every week, and we've got to get better each week, and it's coming from reps at practice, having good practices. And then, when we work against the offense and the defense work against each other, we've got to get better at executing, doing the little things right. And sometimes when you get in these games like this and it gets out of hand, people get sloppy. And you still, Tardashian scored on a missed block there. Just made a great move, against a really good football team like Ruston. That's not going to fly. So there's some things that we've corrected this week on film, and we've had some, Monday and Tuesday were pretty tough practices, and we had a real good one today, and I was proud of the way they came back and handled themselves today.
Well, congrats on the win, Coach.
Thank you.
53rd straight district victory. Tigers going for number 54 this Friday night versus Tioga. But before we get to the Indians from Tioga, we've got a couple of younger Tigers that we're going to talk about. We got the Neville Freshman coaches and a couple of their players coming up here in this next segment, and then the Neville Junior High
eighth
graders that will be freshmen next year at Neville. So just talk about the future of some of the guys coming up and their seasons, and a little bit about them here in the next couple of segments. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more Tiger Talk right after these messages.
Strong teams accomplish great things by working together. The Neville Tigers and Origin Bank know all about the value of teamwork and the positive impact it has within a community. These strong teams have joined forces to support the Salvation Army of Monroe, offering a helping hand to an outstanding organization that serves people in need throughout Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville High School have strengthened our community for generations and are proud to continue to enrich the lives of others. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
At Marion State Bank, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors, your friends, and part of your community. With branches in Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Drew, and soon to be West Monroe, we're excited to be growing alongside you. Whether it's opening that first savings account, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Don't forget about MSB Mortgage in Monroe.
I'm Robert Lane.
And I'm Ben Jones with Marion State Bank.
And we live where you live.
Marion State Bank, member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Call David's Mobile Detail and Power Wash for all your detailing and power washing needs and soft washing capabilities too. They detail cars, trucks, ATVs, UTVs, boats, and even planes. They offer commercial and residential hot water power washing on nearly all surfaces including concrete, wood, and stucco. Give them a call 547-3233 or visit them online at davidsmobiledetail.com or stop by 2501 Washington Street in Monroe. David's Mobile Detail and Wash, proud supporter of Neville Tiger football.
Truck accidents are different from car accidents. With trucks, you've got federal regulations that may apply all over the land. You need an attorney who's experienced in handling these cases, who knows all those federal laws, and has years of experience fighting for our clients.
It's tough being the king of the jungle. You need the best fitness gear to stay on top of your game week in and week out. That's why Shasta only knows one place to shop: Fleet Feet on Forsyth and Monroe. Shasta knows that the staff at Fleet Feet can outfit you from head to toe in the latest and greatest brands. Shoes by Hoka, On Cloud, New Balance, Brooks, and more. Socks by Belega and Features. Apparel from Lululemon, Fiore, Brooks, and Chicken Legs will keep you feeling great while you're staying in shape. So, be like Shasta, stay fit, look cool, and shop local. Stop by Fleet Feet today.
All right, everybody, welcome back to segment number 2 here on Tiger Talk. This segment brought to you by our good friend Frank Nettles down there at Frank Nettles Automotive. So, I know I've had some stuff. Everybody's got a little stuff that Frank's had to work on every now and again, and is definitely a great mechanic and a great supporter of Neville Tiger Athletics and Neville High School as a whole. So, but thanks to Frank for his sponsorship. Okay, guys, we've got a crowd here behind us.
Big one.
A big crowd. We've got, there you go, a nice crowd here at Melvin's Restaurant as well. To my left is Neville coach Brad Cochran, and to his left is Hagan Lawrence, and a couple of freshman coaches.
John K.
Hagan.
Oh, no, I'm never going to hear the end of that one.
Look,
oh, no.
I saw a post from him earlier today on Facebook, and I couldn't get out of my head. Sorry about that.
Can't get out of that shadow. God dog.
Well, we got plenty of lights on you right now.
That's right.
So
that's
you
right.
Go ahead and say anything you'd like to about it.
All good. All good.
Right now. So, it's not the first name I've messed up this year, right? I know. I can't even tell you who it is. That's right. Strike 2. Okay, so we're early.
That's
we're
right.
early
That's
going
right.
on. But either way, Coach Lawrence and Coach Cochran, I'm going to stick with that for the rest of the interview. But guys, thanks for making some time and coming out here to see us. Freshmen wrapped up their season a couple of weeks ago, and another successful season for the freshmen. You're getting a lot of guys a lot of playing time and a lot of things, teaching them pretty much primarily. It's kind of their first taste of what it's like to be a Neville Tiger.
Yeah, so we ended the season 2-3-1, which is not the greatest, but the goal for us is to introduce them to the fundamentals, the foundation of the program. So we've had I tell them from day one that our job is to hopefully for you to step in and be very knowledgeable as a sophomore, so that you can contribute to the varsity. And if you have the physical abilities, then they can do that. And if they need to be developed on that end, we'll worry about that when we get there. So we try to handle the mental stuff, teach them the lingo, that kind of thing, and so that at some point when they're physically ready, they can just plug and play, and the mental's not an issue. So that's the goals.
You had a lot of talented kids. I got to watch a lot of the freshman games this year, and definitely were impressive, at points. And then sometimes, like you said, it's a learning stage.
Sure,
for some of these guys. And you talked about getting them in shape, getting them into the lingo as well. John Cade, you've been doing that not only on the field but actually assisting in the weight room with Coach Herndon.
So if you had the opportunity to watch us in June when we were first installing stuff with these guys, you wouldn't be saying all these good things that we're saying now. But the guys put in the hard work in the weight room and then also on the football field learning just the fundamentals of how to be a Neville Tiger and what we want them to do. So getting to see them on both sides is really, really special.
Well, we've got a couple of your guys standing behind us. I mean, we're with our limited set space here, so I'm kind of going to get out of the way, and I guess we'll start with you and tell us your name and what position you play.
I am Jacoby Collins, and I play linebacker.
And running back.
And running back.
Rex Parker, quarterback.
Kicker.
Kicker.
And kicker. Pace Sclair, linebacker, tight end, and long snapper.
That's what I'm talking about.
Greg Smith, quarterback, safety, basically whatever.
Wherever. That's a good
defensive end. A little
great
bit.
attitude. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, guys, Greg, keep the mic. I'm going to ask you a question. We're going to put you on the spot right here. So, I mean, quarterback, safety, and defensive end. So, I mean, this is freshman football at its finest. I mean, you're pretty much finding a place to play out on the field, where you feel comfortable with, where coaches feel comfortable with you. Talk about kind of playing so many different positions there as a freshman.
I mean, I like it. It's something new to me, of course, especially safety. I like it. I get to come down, make a big hit. But quarterback, I'm able to use the field to my advantage and use my legs as an advantage also to score. And it's just, I'm glad I'm put in that position.
Yeah, definitely do. I've seen you make some nice plays. All right, Pace, your turn. Everybody's going to get one in here. So what did you, if I could go back, linebacker, tight end, and deep snapper. Okay, so what's your favorite of the three, or you're not quite ready to say yet?
That's going to be a hard question, and I know Coach Cochran's not going to like this one, but I'm going to say linebacker.
Linebacker.
Sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coach Cochran loves getting those some his linemen.
So this is a young man who came in June and told us, Coach, I'm a tight end. And he said, you don't have to throw me the ball. I love to block. And that, as an offensive lineman, formerly as an offensive line coach, it gets you excited. And then the defense more or less stole him.
I poached him
out of need.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, he like the rest of these guys, whatever we ask them to do, they do it to the best of their ability. So, he really helped us out on both sides of the ball all season. So, good for him.
We tell him, you got to make yourself as available as possible. The more availability you have, the more positions the better you're going to be, because we can plug and play you wherever we need you, whenever we need you.
Increase your value. That's right.
Learn, multiple positions are always better.
Absolutely.
Pace, good watching you play, and so you keep hitting them on that defensive side. Okay, we'll keep you over there.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding. Y'all put them wherever you want. All right, Rex. Quarterback, and you do some kicking as well.
Yes,
so, I heard you're a pretty talented soccer player as well. So that's where the kicking comes
yes,
from, right? But quarterback, coming to Neville, kind of an interesting system. Kind of a run-first offense, but y'all throw the ball a lot at freshman and had some success due to a couple of you guys out on the edge, huh?
Yes, sir.
Did you enjoy throwing it, running it? What
A little both. More of throwing. Love throwing the deep ball.
Yes, you do. Y'all completed a lot of that stuff, but also, the kicking is a big advantage for y'all. You don't see a lot of freshmen be able to kick it as effectively as y'all had this year. The special teams play was pretty good. You got the deep snapper and the kicker.
Well, on that end, we play a lot of teams that don't practice special teams. Some of it's depth, some of it, they just don't put importance on it or whatever it is. But, we practice special teams every single day, 1 out of the 6 or 7. And so, again, Rex is usually a part of that, whether it's the place kicker, the punter, any of that stuff. He's a big part of that. And, as far as his quarterback play, in an ideal world for me calling plays, I'm probably 70% run or so. But Rex's ability to grasp the offense, and understand routes and stuff like that, which they worked on sometimes by themselves all summer long, concepts and stuff, made everybody comfortable enough to throw it a little bit more this year. And we had some success. We had some guys on the outside that could stretch a defense down the field and stuff like that. And there was, like you said, several times that Rex threw good balls, and we made plays. So like I said, we kind of expect a lot from Rex, in the future. So.
And forgive me, because you're right, and I went to you first, and now I'm coming to you last, and my old brain's not working. Your name again?
Jacoby.
Jacoby. All right. And Jacoby was playing running back and linebacker, and I don't know. Do you bring water out? I mean, what else do you do over there? It seems like all of y'all are just Swiss Army knives.
Absolutely.
Linebacker primarily.
Yes, sir.
So do you enjoy playing linebacker? What's the favorite part about playing linebacker?
I mean, I enjoy playing linebacker, but I played linebacker and running back all my life, so it's really I just like both of them.
You just like both of them?
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, running the football and hitting people, that's a staple of a Neville Tiger traditional offense right there. So you fitting right in.
Yes, sir.
All y'all looking forward, I guess, probably after this freshman year to seeing what's next for you guys. That sophomore, the progression.
We're fixing to crank the heat up on them. It's time to get going in their off-season program. So it's fixing to get real for a lot of them. So not to scare you, but it's time to get after it.
I can attest, not that I had to go through it or anything, but I have a couple that just went through it. One that just went through it, and one that's going through it right now, and it's definitely, and that's by design. These young men getting in there, getting familiar, and then ramping it up and getting ready. Because there's a big difference between freshman ball and what you see on Friday night.
Absolutely. You think about the difference between a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old. That just having those 2 years of summer programs and off-season programs make a huge difference in the development of a player. So we expect a lot of these guys coming up in the next few years.
Well, we appreciate the job that you two men have done with these young men and continue to do.
Real quick, let me interject. I just want to give credit where credit's due. It's not just us.
Yeah.
Jeremy Runner's there every day, working on the offensive backfield. Ayers Burkhalter helped us on the edge receivers this year. Trey Reed came and helped. He had a kid come through last year, sophomore. And it's a group effort, and we got guys coaching both sides of the ball. Coach Tannehill wanted to put an emphasis on we, as a 14-year-old freshman, there's a lot of development physically that could come at any time. And so we don't know for sure where these guys are going to play. And so, we made an effort to kind of put them everywhere so that they have some knowledge, have that foundation. Because, again, what you play in freshman ball may not be what you end up playing Friday nights, in 2 or 3 years. So
it's definitely a process.
Yep.
I mean, it's all by design.
Yep.
That's the theory. That's what freshman ball is all about. I mean, it's trying to find who you got and what they can do, and then putting them in a place that they can succeed. So a lot of people don't understand out there. Sometimes the record doesn't really see what you're trying to accomplish as a coach. It's not that you're not trying to win, obviously, but you're trying things. You're developing.
Right.
We want to win every game we go out to play.
That's right.
But developing guys is also a huge part of the program.
That's right. Well, y'all have done a great job, and I know y'all continue to do that. Y'all got a great bunch of coaches like Coach Cochran mentions. But, hey, look, we appreciate y'all stopping by. Guys, good luck for the rest of your year and throughout your Neville career. Hopefully I get to talk to you guys a few more times over the next couple of years. All right, let's give them a nice round of applause for coming out and joining us. Up next, we get Coach Jared Dye and a couple of his Neville Junior High 8th graders here on Tiger Talk, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
In today's real estate market, you need an experienced team to navigate your buying and selling decisions. I'm Misty Hodge with Keller Williams Realty. Let my group use their combined 45 years. We know purchasing or selling a home can be a stressful experience, but not when you choose the Misty Hodge Group. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, give us a call. 318-348-5945 or go to mistyhodge.com. That's MISTIHAJJ.com. We support this community and go Tigers.
We know you. You were the kid in the garage taking everything apart just to see how it worked. The teenager who stayed up late brainstorming and put it all in a business plan. You knew how to build a great team and then lead it. Origin helps entrepreneurs like you every day, from the corner of the garage to the corner office. Connecting people to their dreams is our passion. Every great relationship has an origin story. Start yours today.
If you've lost a loved one through the fault of someone else, call Parker Alexander today or visit parkeralexander.com for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizzas, 9, 12, or 14. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls. We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
And welcome back to Tiger Talk here. We're in segment 3 here at Melvin's Restaurant, and we swapped out some young Tigers with some younger Tigers here as we welcome Coach Jared Dye and some of his Neville Junior High Tigers to Tiger Talk. Nice round of applause from
a lot of
the fans.
A lot of the ex-8th graders in here.
You know, you really want to fill this place up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get junior high and freshmen in here. And
you get them all in here.
Get them in there.
Well, we invited 3 of them, and I got 3 more that showed up. So
yeah,
they all travel together.
They do. A good bunch. And, well, Coach Dye, tell me a little bit about your season this year.
Season went good. We started out a little slow, and then as the season went on, we progressed and got better and better. Last couple games, we lost by maybe a score or something. We were right there with them, just panned out in the end. But it was a good year, both 8th grade and 7th grade, so it was just a good year to see them grow from 7th grade to 8th grade. So it's a lot of fun.
You know, they say it, I guess that growth spurt, one of the first growth spurts is that 7th. You look at these young men in 7th grade, which I saw a couple of them in 7th grade, to where they are now at the end of their 8th grade season. That's a big difference.
Oh, yes, sir. The maturity level goes up. I mean, when they get here 7th grade, they're just little puppy dogs. They don't know what they're doing yet. And then as the year goes on, they get 8th grade, they kind of mature a little bit. And then as they go into high school, you know, they still keep maturing. Like the freshmen we saw in here today, I mean, I don't even recognize them. They're still getting bigger. So
yeah, I know.
It's awesome to see all them.
Well, I'll tell you quickly, let's introduce some of your guys that you got here with us.
All right. Right here in the front, number 19, Asher Ellis, tight end. number 1, outside linebacker, strong safety, Denham Nelson, and number 6, linebacker, Will Wilkinson.
All right. So I guess since you've got this thing, we're going to point. There you go, right there. Asher, you were the one itching to get this headset, so I'm going to ask you a question first. So a tight end, how many years have you been playing football, Asher?
This is actually my second year.
Second year. So you started when you got to junior high. And then this year, tight end. Did you play tight end last year? Is that
I did.
I got you. And what about tight end kind of do you like the most?
I think it's like the versatility. You can block and go off for passes and do the best of both worlds.
I got you. So you get to, yeah, you're right. It is not a bad little position to play. And, all right, who's got the mic here? Denham? Right? All right, Denham, tell me about what the position you're playing.
I play strong safety, outside linebacker. It's just like it's fun playing strong safety because I get to see what corners and linebackers don't see, and I get to like pick it off sometimes.
So you got you a couple interceptions?
Yeah, I got 2 of them this year.
Oh, nice. So I mean, would you rather get a nice pick or something like that, or do you like to come up? I don't know if you've been watching Juju Burns, talented sophomore right there. He almost like he likes to deliver hits more than he likes to pick off balls. What would your favorite pick?
My favorite pick, I really like. It was a pick where I got against Ruzzer, and then my linebacker, he told me where it was gonna be, and I just saw it and got it.
Well, there you go. So I like that. I mean, it's kind of more Dion than he is Ronnie Lott.
Oh, right yeah, he a little bit last year too. He played a little wide receiver for us too. So they all, they
kind of like what Coach Cochran was talking about.
Sir.
You're still filling everybody out, seeing where they can contribute, right?
Oh yeah, right. I know my man Ellis likes it. He don't know, but I checked out his huddle and he likes to get pancakes. I saw his highlights. He likes to tell about his pancakes.
Yes, sir.
All right, Will. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
I play linebacker, and I just really like hitting people.
You just like hitting people?
Yes, sir.
So had no aspirations to play any offense or anything?
I just like hitting people.
You just like hitting people?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not a bad you're on the right side of the football if that's the case.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, any special teams or anything from you guys?
I do kickoff returning. Not kickoff anymore. It was too tiring.
Too tiring? You had too many plays out there, huh?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Well, Jared, let's talk about maybe your coaching staff that you got there at Neville Junior High.
Yes, sir. Coach Hayes, defensive coordinator. He's been there for a while. Great guy. He does well with the defense, works with the linebackers, D-linemen. Coach Spivey does offensive coordinator. Coach Smith, offensive line, but also in our weight room, which is a big thing for us, getting the kids conditioned and weightlifting, get them ready for high school. We actually had, you might remember, he played guard at Neville High School, Logan Smith.
Yeah.
He's he got his stuff together at CCP, and he came up there this year and helped out with our 7th grade offensive line. So that was nice. So Coach Smith could work with the 8th grade O-line, and Coach Smitty, we had to go to Smitty, and he worked with 7th grade O-line. And then we had Miss Mullen's son, Kincaid, come up there. He works with the defensive backs. We got Coach Bobby Owens, works with D-line as well. And then another Coach Anderson just came on board this year, and he helped out with wide receivers. So we got a really good staff up there. They know football. They do well with the kids. All the kids like them. So it's nice to have that around you where, you put the practice plan out there, and then they know what they're doing. They go do it, and the kids enjoy it, and we're just getting better.
Get in, get out.
Yes, sir.
When I was at Neville Junior High, we had 3 coaches maybe coaching both, and it was a long practice because you weren't. I mean, not that you could be organized.
It's nice to have that many coaches because this year, we have around 50 kids in 7th grade and 50 kids in 8th grade. So
it's good. I mean, the future is bright as far as numbers for these young men, and it has been for the past couple of years.
Yes, sir. I know the group that just went up there, the freshman group right now, and this group. They're 2 really good groups, and 7th grade group coming up. They're going to be just as good. So we're excited to watch them all as they get to high school.
All right, quick question for you guys again. Any other sports you guys are playing at the junior high?
I play basketball and baseball.
Basketball and baseball?
I do soccer and track.
Soccer and track?
I play baseball.
Play baseball. So baseball and football. And I'm gonna, since you got the mic, I'm gonna start with you. What are you maybe looking forward to coming to Neville next year? Maybe.
Just playing football. I really like football, and I just want to play football up there.
Want to play football at Neville? How about you, Adam?
Yes, sir.
I'm really looking forward to football too. It's gonna be a big change, like going up to the next level. The people are gonna be tougher, bigger, stronger.
You get to people like Coach Lawrence and Coach Cochran say they're going to take good care of y'all after Coach Dye lets y'all go. How about you?
Honestly, I'm trying to follow my brother's footsteps and go into football because, football is my favorite sport, and I just like hitting people.
You just like hitting people and all that. Well, look, you get through junior high, and then these are all stages, right? I mean, Coach Dye will attest to this. You get your feet wet in junior high, and then this next summer is going to be a fun one.
Oh yeah, that's the big key now. Is as they go into their other sports, we still got to get time in the weight room because I know when June 1st hits, it's go time.
Go time.
I know Coach Herndon don't play. I know the freshman coaches aren't going to play. I know they expect them to be ready, and that's on our plan this year. Is even though football's over with, I know they got other sports, but on days they're not playing, they're going to be preparing and getting ready for June 1st. So that's the big key right now.
Well, it's the key to all sports. You work on as hard as you can in the sport that you're playing, and get your body right for everything else because it's fun. You'll enjoy it. This junior high time is a fun time. You get to play all these sports and enjoy them all, and enjoy that time in junior high because that prepares you to have a good time in high school too. Because it is fun playing all these sports. Everybody talks about the hard work and all that. But it is hard work, but it's also fun.
Yeah, we try to tell them, after football season, go play something else. Even though if you're not, don't know if you're good or not, just go try it out and play it. One, it keeps them in shape, keeps them at the school, keeps them staying in shape, playing another sport. Just you never know what you can do until you try it. So we try to push a lot of them to play other sports.
Well, it's not a bad thing to encourage.
Oh, yes, sir.
You don't want to specialize in just one thing out here. So, it's showing. There's a lot of these kids that are talented in a lot of things.
Oh, yes, sir.
And keep that going as long as you can.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you get like me and Coach Dye right here.
Yeah, that's it.
At some point, hopefully, it's a lot further along than it was for maybe us, but at some point, it's it. So make the most of your time.
Enjoy it while you can.
That's right. All right, well, guys, Coach Dye, appreciate it. Gentlemen, we appreciate y'all being able to join us here on Tiger Talk, and we appreciate the crowd that you brought with you
yes,
as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, look, everybody, Coach Jared Dye and a couple of these Neville Junior High 8th graders. We'll be looking for you next year at Neville.
Yes,
so,
sir.
All right, thank y'all so much. All right, we've got one more segment. When we come back, we will be talking again with Neville head football coach Jeff Tannehill about these Tioga Indians. Game 3 in District 2-4A coming up. Stay tuned for that.
Here at Parker Alexander, we obtain justice for those who've been injured due to the negligence of others. Whether that's in a car accident, a truck accident, wrongful death, we also make our community safer. We hold violators accountable.
Strong teams accomplish great things by working together. The Neville Tigers and Origin Bank know all about the value of teamwork and the positive impact it has within a community. These strong teams have joined forces to support the Salvation Army of Monroe, offering a helping hand to an outstanding organization that serves people in need throughout Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville High School have strengthened our community for generations and are proud to continue to enrich the lives of others. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
Winning is synonymous with Neville High School and Williams Orthodontics. Where the Neville Nation strives to finish strong on the field, court, or diamond, Dr. Kevin Williams and his staff share the same passion to deliver outstanding smiles to all patients in North Louisiana and South Arkansas. If you or anyone in your family are needing an orthodontic consultation, call the friendly staff at Williams Orthodontics to schedule an appointment so you too can be on the road to a winning smile. Williams Orthodontics says, "Go Tigers."
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, At Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
This is State Senator Stewart Cathy Jr., and 4 years ago, when you elected me, I promised to always fight for you in Baton Rouge. Fighting for what's right isn't new to me. I've devoted my life to serving my country and my community. It's been a privilege to serve you. Now, I humbly ask you to entrust me once again with your vote. Let's continue our mission of defending our shared values and advocating for a better future. Because honor and service aren't what people say, it's what they do.
When Neville Nation craves delicious fast food, there's only one place that comes to mind: Sonic Drive-In on North 18th. Whether it's a breakfast toaster on your way to work or school, one of the many lunch combos, a mid-afternoon Route 44 cold drink, a pregame popcorn chicken, or a postgame Sonic Blast, the Sonic on North 18th Street has you covered. So drive through or park and wait for a friendly car hop today to find out why our Sonic is the Sonic on North 18th Street in Monroe. It's definitely Tiger approved.
Welcome back, everybody. We've reached the final segment here on Tiger Talk. It's been a fun night here, as it always is at Melvin's Restaurant. Definitely hope that you'll be able to join us soon. We're on the air every Wednesday at 6:30. You can come see Melvin and Annie and the gang and everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's always
and Annie
a
loves
fun
it
time.
when it's packed in here. She really does.
She definitely does. She definitely does.
Well, look, I want to get something before we get started.
Yeah.
I want to recognize our wonderful, efficient Neville Tiger ticket crew tonight. Jim Gregory, Linda Sanders, Pam Jones, Kathy Hart, Emily Rash, and thanks to their spouses as well. And they do a tremendous job for us. And tonight they're all up here and enjoying themselves and they're looking forward to the last home game until the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they've worked tremendously hard, and we've had so many home games this year, and they've done a tremendous job for us, and saves a lot of time and headache for me and Will and Alan. So I just want to thank them so much for everything they do for us.
Well, they definitely do. It's kind of some unsung heroes sometimes coming in here for
they
you.
Are.
They definitely has a lot of work that goes in there.
They said we had record ticket sales this year, and I said, well, with 8 home games, I hope we did.
Well, they did. Yeah, they did. Season ticket sales keep rising, and they need to. They need to. All right. Well, you talked about the 8 home games during this regular season, and we've reached the 8th home game as Tioga comes to town. And Coach, this is a team in Tioga that's put up some points a little bit. 6-1 coming in district, 1-0 in district play as they won last week with a tight one, I believe, with Franklin Parish.
Right. Yeah, they won it in the fourth quarter, and they drove down and scored a touchdown late in the game and held them off, and played a really good ball game. I think they played it. They played it just like they had it imagined out in their head when they went into the game, and make sure they had a chance to hold them off in the fourth quarter. And they're a very well coached football team. Coach Cook does a great job. Coach Crispin takes care of their defense, and they do a tremendous job of coaching. They got some good athletes, especially in the skills positions, and they're going to come up here ready to play. This is their district championship,
Yeah.
And we've still got another game left, but I don't know who they play next. But this is,
they play Franklin Parish and they have Grant and Peabody after this.
Right. But this is their, they beat Franklin Parish last week was one of the goals, I'm sure. And then, they're 6-1.
And
a lot of wins. As Will would say, this is a trap game. It's a trap game.
That's
a
right.
Trap game.
A trap game. Yeah.
And just want to make been stressing that point to our guys. They're a good football team. Just really got to make sure we get on our P's and Q's this week and handle business.
Yeah, they got some great athletes. You mentioned a lot of guys have been talking. Have been written about. I believe I hear about Malone. There's a Harris. I believe number 9 that's in there. I don't know if
Norris is
Norris,
tall,
number 1.
Yeah, number 1, big tall wide receiver, good looking son gun. 14 came over and played some JV ball against us. He is about 6'3", 190. They're 2 really good wide receivers, and they both play safety and cornerback. And then the running back's a big kid. He's probably 6 foot, probably 200 pounds. Travis Adams, running back. And the quarterback is Case Malone. You said his name a minute ago, but he runs the ball quite a bit, those 2 guys. And so, offensively, they're pretty good offensively. And Coach Cook's an offensive guy. He's always had a good offense. They'll bring in 2 or 3 tight ends, and then they'll go right back to 10 personnel, spread it sideline to sideline. So a lot of different stuff. Defensively, Kerlinsky Lloyd's a really good defender, cornerback. Linebackers, number 5, Caleb Andrus. And then a defensive tackle, big kid, plays defensive tackle, number 57, Jaden Pagic is, he's a big physical kid that plays inside. We played against him last year. He did a good job last year. He's one of their better ones last year. And, we got our hands full, and, we got to come out and play. I'm still waiting on that game that we really just come out and
put it all together.
Put everything together. We've struggled in some part of the game, every game we've played this year, and hopefully this Friday night we can start putting it all together.
Well, it takes the practice as well, and like we talked about. I mean, it keeps coming up every single year. Every single year and this week during Tiger Talk is keeping these guys focused. The good thing is, they're back in school.
Yes.
End of the 9 weeks. They got to be focused on in the studies, but also on the field. How's practice been this week up there at the stadium?
I said earlier a little bit. The Monday and Tuesday are pretty long. Offensively for us. Just trying to get a lot of those little things right, and we've changed practice a little bit, just to where we can concentrate on inside part, outside part, passing part, play action stuff. We broke all that down into pieces this week, and really concentrated. If something messed up, we stopped, fixed it, just trying to get those little things right offensively. And today we put it all together, had a really good day today, and just happy that we could get to that point, because Monday and Tuesday was kind of, but it was long, it was drawn out. It gets warm in the afternoon. I know it's not 110 like it was, but when you run 30 plays of offense, as a team, it gets long and monotonous, and but they've handled it well Wednesday. Today we were a little shorter and repped some plays and got out of there, and defense did the same thing. And so we saved their legs for Friday night.
For Friday night. Well, you've got, like we said, a talented team in Tioga coming up this way, and they would like nothing more than to knock off Neville. They've
been here quite a few times.
Yet to do it.
Yep. So we're going to try to keep that streak alive.
Keep that streak alive. Like we mentioned, a 53-game win streak in district play. And
don't want to forget about the players of the week.
We're not. We're getting there. All right. I've got one eye on my clock here, but I appreciate it. Will hadn't thrown anything at me
not yet.
here tonight. But let's talk about those players of the week. Sponsored by Origin Bank, our good friend Billy Haddad and everybody, the good people at Origin Bank, where they are definitely great business members of this community and supporters of Neville High School. So I'll let you talk about them there, Coach.
Sure. Brody had a great game the other night. We showed a couple clips of him. He had 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, 4 hurries. Just really did things right. Just got in great position, was very physical at the line of scrimmage. Just did a lot of things right the other night, graded out really high. And then Van Martinez graded out at 86%. I told you we were a little sloppy at times. He was pretty good most of the time the other night. He's just a sophomore. He's 15 years old, playing right tackle on a varsity Friday night. And, just amazing to see how far he's come since last year as a freshman, and the work ethic he has and the things that he does every day at practice. He's going to be a good one before he gets out of here.
Well, definitely good, and just It's not Brody. It's Hanlon. That's a thing that I have in my head, and I can't get into it. I call every time Hanlon catches a pass, at least the first one, I say it's Brody Watley on the catch.
Brody would like that.
But and just for Hanlon, he did get credit for a sack the other night because I went ahead and switched it back.
I
reversed it. So we talk about, sometimes these games can get long and on everybody. Well, Coach, let's talk about tickets for this week's game. Same deal. Joy Carlson's.
Yeah.
We're back at school, so she's selling them in her office.
Friday morning, you can get them Friday morning, and during school hours, you can call her and ask her. 1214, I believe's her.
Yeah.
For her extension, and just mostly get them Friday morning after the pep rally, and she'll have plenty of those there, and then. If not, you can get them Friday night before the ball game. See Mr. Jim and them down there in the ticket booth, and they'll take care of you.
Well, definitely look for a good crowd here. It's going to be a great night. Beautiful weather this Friday night. We always enjoy seeing everybody in the stands. We know you can watch it, but everybody in the stands. I mean, if these kids
this is senior
deserve
night.
It's senior night this Friday as well. So it's going to be some special presentations for these young men.
And that'll all start right at 6:35.
Okay, so the senior night festivities will start at 6:35. So make sure you get there early to honor some of these young men. Always a special night at Bill Ruppel Stadium with the seniors. You got a nice group of seniors playing their last.
It's also the cheerleaders, dance line, band.
Yeah, it's senior night for everybody.
Yes, it's everybody. That's why we have to start so early to get everybody in there. So
it's going to be a great night. Get there early, get your seat, and honor these young men and women that have put in a lot of time here at Neville High School.
Sir.
A lot of time, I guarantee you.
Proud of these young men and young ladies.
Well, it's going to be senior, like I said, 6:35, so get there early. We glad to see you out there and see all the new stuff. If you hadn't made a game yet this year, it's going to be a great one to come to.
Need to see the new press box. It's beautiful. It really and truly makes the old stadium look great.
Exactly.
They did a great job of it, and it's great to turn around and see that thing.
I know.
Once you see it one time, you'll almost put the old one.
Yeah,
it's been there since the 50s.
I know. It was a good old press box. I have nothing bad to say about that press box. But I really like the new one.
Yeah, everybody.
I can
plenty of room.
It's a very popular tourist attraction now at Neville. Everybody seems to want to come check it out.
I know we got some reunions coming in from out of town, but if you get a chance to ride by at night and look at it on the backside, all lit up, they really did a great job of matching it up with the outside of the stadium.
All right. Well, Coach, Tioga this Friday night. Good luck.
And Will said the video board should work this week.
We definitely we had a guy come in from China.
Yeah,
actually,
he was
from the manufacturer. So he was a great guy. Will, he's like your long lost cousin, right there. Will, and he got up there, and so we hopefully I think Will just jinxed himself with all of that. So so good luck. Now we know who to blame on Friday night. All right, well, Coach, look, as great. Good luck this Friday night. As always, we'll be back on the air with our pregame show starting at 6:30, so we'll have the senior night as well. And we appreciate Justin back in the Sunny 98.3 studios, Will Anders, who does everything for us up here, and especially you, Coach Tannehill, for taking time every Wednesday here. And appreciate everybody who came out to watch this thing that we call the Tiger Talk. All right, for everybody, I'm Stewart Shelby saying good night from Melvin's. We'll be back on the air Friday night.